I first built this project because I thought it was cool. It takes no skill whatsoever and only requires a jigsaw and a few chunks of scrap wood from your shop. I placed it atop my craft show table, and 2 days later, the profits covered one of the motorcycle payments. Sold better than syrup at a pancake contest. Delicious. Selling for a modest $5 to $7, it's no $45 fairy tale like this project. And whether you just set up locally at craft shows or you're shipping this across the country, you're sure to make some money. First step is to print out the free plans. I have 2 different sizes available. I have a smaller one and a larger one. I generally only make the larger one for a couple of reasons. Keep this in your noggin. They both take the same amount of material to build, same amount of time to cut them out, same amount of time to sand them, same amount of time to do everything required for selling them. Am I going to make the smaller one to sell it at a little bit cheaper than the bigger one? No. We print the plans first so that we don't come to the garage, do this step, and then have to track sawdust back into the perfectly clean house. You get it. On this step here, I am cutting the entire 2x4 down to 4 1/4 inch pieces. The entire thing. Just like that. Ooh, watch the fingers at the end. I forgot I was only going to use the jigsaw. Let me just grab another board. You can cut these out and attach them to your board. Remember, they do not have to be cut perfectly on the line, since the jigsaw is going to take care of the rest of that paper for you. I use a simple Elmer's Craft Bond repositionable glue stick. Works like a dream. Show you why in just a couple minutes. With moderate spacing, I was able to get 22 of this product to fit on one 2x4. Now, because of a knot, I did put a couple of them upside down. Otherwise, they all run the same direction. Had you had a table saw and you wanted to buzz off this little rounded section, setting it to 3 1/4 inch, taking off that rounded bit so that it was flat, you could line up all of the bottoms onto that line, save yourself a cut in the end. Otherwise, if you wanted to go with a more aggressive approach, you can put them like this to where they are staggered very close together. You can get 33 of them on a 2x4. Selling at $7 a pop, it's 231 bucks. In the plans is a helpful numbering system to tell you which cuts I make first, second, third, fourth, fifth to get this cut out using the jigsaw. If you go in a specific order, it is a lot easier to cut out that groove, and then the whole thing just stays on your 2x4 until you're ready to cut it off. After you've cut out all of your creations, you can remove that little sliver of paper. And this is the next morning. This glue stick is not good for glue. It's great for what we're doing with it. I throw a popsicle stick in between a piece of sandpaper, a little bit of glue so it doesn't go anywhere. That way I can get inside of here and sand. I can sand these edges nice, make sure everything's nice and rounded on the project. It's because I don't want it to have sharp edges or splinters, you know. And to prep these guys for stain, I just blow off any remaining dust. Paint or stain your creations? Let me show you what I'm doing. This round I've used a couple different stain options just so you can see what they would look like on a 2x4. Very first one is red chestnut. Then I go to a golden oak, honey, natural stain, gunstock, pretty orange, Kona. I like Kona in how it actually pulls the grain out, kind of makes it almost look like black walnut, as opposed to any of these 3 stains. So Kona is a crowd favorite for me. Vintage aqua and true black makes it a black stain. It's gorgeous. Another crowd favorite, you just paint one of the sides. Well, you paint both of the sides. But I don't paint the centers, and let me show you why. So what the heck is this thing? Is it a rabbit? Is it a whale? No, this is going to give it away. Take your puzzle box lid, you slide it into the groove. It holds your puzzle box so you could build your puzzle. Now, why can't I just go like this? That's the same reason that we don't smash potatoes with our feet anymore. Innovation. So you get this little scrap, bam. The light hits it just so perfectly. I'd rather build a puzzle like this. It's been a great experience. Easy build, $5 to $7. If you got some hardwood scrap sitting around, I had a real chunky piece of black walnut, just build them. Some people might buy 2 if they have a bigger puzzle they're trying to put together. Instead of going like this, it just falls over. This, you know, you have a fan on, no problem. It's gonna stay upright. Grab some scrap wood that you'd just burn anyway. Build a few of these, throw them on your table, make some money. I want to use the chunky one. Oh, Perfect. So the rest of this is just me building the puzzle, just so you know. I can tell you right now it's not going to go great because I can't find this piece. I'm hoping it just shows up, but I doubt it. Easy. Easy. Oh. Oh. I think this puzzle is for like 7-year-olds. So we should be able to knock her out pretty quick, pretty quick. Do I have too many pieces? No. No. You know that satisfaction of finishing a puzzle? Well, we don't get it because we're missing a piece. All right, there's some other video stuff. You want to watch it. I think it's actually over here. See ya.